Good afternoon, my name is Guillen, and I will present my project that the name is Two Cestus species in Brazilian turkeys. The Melagris galopavo is the species, and pathology induced by Hymenelolepis cantaniana and occurrence of Rallietina tetragona. This is my first page. Is the English class. Now the introduction. Some studies have been realized and that demonstrated the pathologic action of trematodes, nematodes, and one protozoan in turkeys of Brazil. But to be some specific, the species is Melagris galopavo. But now, this present data is to realize to demonstrate the pathology induced by Hymenelolepis nana and the occurrence of Rallietina tetragona in this species of turkey. For this Brazil. Project, we used 40 adult specimens and that divided in 19 males and 21 females. They were obtained from backyard flocks of different localities in the state of Minas Gerais, Brazil. And other elements that were chloroform, petri sodium chloride solution, AFA, formalin, paraffin, hematoxylin, and eosine for the stain, stereo microscope, alcoholic chloride, carmine, ethanol, phenol, balsam, and one microscope. Now, the method. First, after individual clinical evaluation, birds were killed with chloroform and the submitted to necropsy in accordance to the usual technique. We do a second, the organ were opened in petri dishes with sodium chloride solutions. Then the cestus were transferred to cold AFA were fixed. Then portions of the parasitic organs were removed and immediately fixed in 10% formalin to be further routinely processed to paraffin embedding. Then 5 micrometers thick sections were stained with hematoxylin and eosine stain. The recovered cestus were counted 5 micrometer thick sections were stained with hematoxylin and eosine, and then the recovered cestus were stained, were counted and processed. Finally, the classification of the cestus, according as indicated elsewhere in the micrograph, was obtained with a microscope. The results is the 8 turkeys of the 40, this is the 20% of the specimens were positive of cestus. Then we observed the gross lesions were absent in animals infected either with Hymenelolepis cantaniana and Rallietina tetragona. We observed the microscope lesions in the intestine, belly, and crypts of these turkeys, and that revealed the multiple segment of these cestus, the Hymenelolepis cantaniana or Rallietina tetragona. And on what concerns Rallietina tetragona appears with low prevalence in these turkeys. I see 2.5% and 1 to 2 respectively microscope lesions were absent in the single infected bird. Now the discussion. Frequently, cestus have been reported from turkeys worldwide, but this depends of the region. In this case, is Brazil. But results related to the finding of Hymenelolepis cantaniana specimens in the small intestine in 40.1% of the 90 turkeys investigated for the means in the USA, without pathological approach were obtained. But now, considering the occurrence of 5% in the animals present here, assuming that the species of Hymenelolepis sp and recovered from Brazilian turkeys of Hymenoplepis cantaniana, our infection rates 15% with this tested species are significantly higher when compared to the 4.1% previously reported. This is a relevant date. In conclusions, Rallyetina tetragona is not a pathogenic to the present investigated turkeys, Melagris gallopavo of Brazil, and these occur with a low prevalence, very low prevalence, and range of this infection of 2.5% and 1 to 2 worms respectively. This is a low number and there is no problem. Thank you.